Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Grandma Teresa's Story Time. Today I'll be reading Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Henrietta meets someone new. When someone new comes to our neighborhood, we sometimes wonder if people will like that person more than they like us. Let's pretend that Henrietta Pussycat is worried about a visitor who is coming to the neighborhood of make-believe. And there's the neighborhood trolley. Have you ever seen Mr. Rogers on TV? It was my son's favorite as well as mine. Henrietta Pussycat was on her way to visit Grandpierre. She was walking along, thinking, I like this neighborhood. I have so many friends here. I hope this neighborhood always stays the same. I hope nothing ever changes. But when Henrietta got to the Eiffel Tower where Grandpierre lived, she could see right away that something was different. There in the middle of the tower was a picture of the prettiest, fanciest tiger Henrietta had ever seen. Bonjour, Henrietta, Grandpierre called from his balcony. Do you like this picture? Oh, why, yes, Henrietta said. Who is that beautiful tiger? She's my granddaughter. Her name is Colette, answered Grandpierre. She's coming here for a visit, all the way from Paris. Henrietta thought for a minute. We don't need any visitors here, she said to herself. We're all happy with each other. I don't want anyone new to come. Henrietta didn't feel like visiting Grandpierre anymore, so she turned around and walked away. I'll go visit X the owl instead, Henrietta decided. I like X, and he likes me. We can play together. But when Henrietta got to the tree where X lived, she could see right away that something was different there too. X wasn't in his tree. He was on the ground with a big piece of cardboard and some brushes and a can of bright red paint. What do you suppose he's doing? May I have a brush too, so we can play together? Henrietta asked. Sure, Hen. Here you are, said X. I'm painting the sign that's going to say, Welcome, Colette. Suddenly, Henrietta didn't feel like painting anymore. She gave the brush back to X and walked away. Henrietta went to Lady Elaine Fairchild's museum go-round. I like Lady Elaine, and she likes me, she thought. We don't need extra people to have fun. But when Henrietta got to the museum, she could see right away that something was different there as well. There was a big banner on top of the museum with letters that spelled out something special. See the banner? Something special. What could that be? Hello, Lady Elaine. Are you here? Are you there? Henrietta called to her friend. Lady Elaine came out of the museum. It's all about Paris, so Colette will feel at home when she gets here. Henrietta wrinkled her nose and said, But this is not her home. This is our home. We don't want anyone new to come here. You must be kidding, said Lady Elaine. I just love to see new people and new things. And she went back into the museum to work. What about you? Do you feel the same way as Henrietta? Henrietta walked away sadly. I wasn't kidding, she thought. I don't want anybody new to come. She might just decide to stay, and she'd be prettier and sweeter than I. And Henrietta started to cry. It wasn't long before Daniel's striped tiger came by Henrietta's crying place. Henrietta and Daniel often played together. They were the same age. Why are you crying? Daniel asked. Because I'm sad, Henrietta answered. Why are you sad? Daniel asked. Henrietta told Daniel all about Colette's coming. She said she didn't want anybody new to arrive because there would be just too many people. She was feeling pretty jealous. Daniel said he understood because sometimes he felt that way too. And while they were talking, somebody carrying a suitcase came up to them and said, Excusez-moi, I am not speaking English very well. Could you help me? Henrietta and Daniel both said, Are you Colette? The visitor said, Oui, I am called Colette. I need help. I am looking for my Grand-Pierre. Henrietta looked at Daniel, and then she looked at Colette and said, We will take you to Grand-Pierre. Daniel helped carry the suitcase, and Henrietta took Colette by the paw, and they all walked over to Grand-Pierre's Eiffel Tower. As soon as Colette saw her grandfather, she kissed him on both cheeks, and they both started speaking in French. And Colette remembered Henrietta and Daniel. New friends help Colette, she told Grand-Pierre. Grand-Pierre said, Thank you both very much. I hope you'll help Colette meet the other neighbors, too. You know them all so well. Henrietta said, Oh, we will. Just call us when you need us again. As Daniel and Henrietta walked home, Henrietta talked about how they could help Colette understand X's welcome Colette sign and Lady Elaine's something special sign. Daniel interrupted. Henrietta, I thought you didn't want anybody new to come to this neighborhood. And Henrietta said, I didn't at first, but when I saw that Colette needed us, I thought it was kind of nice to have her here. Daniel just said, Oh, and the two of them walked past the crying place over to a secret place where they often liked to play. Henrietta was happy when she found out that Colette and Grand-Pierre really needed her. After that, she felt she could be a friend to Colette. Children are often surprised to find out how much grown-ups really need them. And it's a happy surprise, isn't it? Yes, it is. Do you help somebody in need? Like, say, somebody from another country? It's nice to be of help to people, isn't it? Especially if they don't know our language very well and they need our help. It's nice to be nice, isn't it? That's what this world needs, is for everyone to be nice to each other. And I do hope that you can be nice to everyone that comes your way. Well, it's that time, boys and girls. Until then, always remember, the more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. And until next time, stay safe. Bye now.